Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dublin Shamrocks and the New Orleans Saints. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dublin Shamrocks and the New Orleans Saints. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks, standing at 6'5".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
A gain of 6 there on first. Now Manning on the bootleg. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And I think we're all eager to see how this offense responds because we know this is a big spot. National TV game to start the season. The whole league and the whole country watching this one. Last year, though, the Packers, the Bears, neither one of them did a whole lot offensively. A 10-3 final. Let's see if the defenses exert their will early in this one.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run. This is Hunt. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
They run the draw play. Allen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Manning. And Walker has it. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Manning gets it to Gordon. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Ready up.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now the game, let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity, nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready? Mike 5-4. Switch up, switch up. Watch the eye. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Walker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Manning going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the football in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. Able to get this to Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Martin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. Check 55. Check 55. Clear. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Now.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Come on, Lon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Manning. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
50, plant. Come off the ball.
Shotgun now from Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On the run, it's Campbell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
18 Gators. At the 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Manning, and it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So here are visitors to take over on offense. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Allen's got it complete. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with the big man Campbell, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw here. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down at the 28.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Walker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, It's Campbell. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, but now it'll be third down. He'll look to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Manning now to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Manning. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Manning. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They get that one on the left tackle, Russell Okung. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Manning. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Manning to throw once more. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Campbell. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Go, set, 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Campbell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete here. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Manning. It's Kelsey on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tighten up. Pull together.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Manning. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. Oh, Walker showing the power, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Manning. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, that'll be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6-man.
Now Manning again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Manning. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lutz's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
91.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he is going to be, and that should be the final third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And the reinforcement are going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth with the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Needing the bag of tricks here after getting down, went backwards. It's third and very long. And yet again, no run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Perfectly blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Manning. They set up the screen to Martin.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Shotgun now for Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Manning. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Kelce, 35 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. That one goes for 24 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Underneath to Allen. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Jack Doyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
15 left. 15 left. A gain of 6 yards.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 40, the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Second down and goal. Manning. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. From 3 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. And big play last time they were out there. It looked like they might give up points. Instead, they got the fumble recovery, and it led to a touchdown.
And on their side of the field, perfect time to get that done. But you're skeptical about it happening because it appeared that a pretty good drive was occurring. They were able to stop it and take the ball and put it in the other direction.
Turnover, the defense's best friend. A takeaway, the defense's best friend. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On the draw, here's Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Up to the 35, up on 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Down. 8, read. Let's go. Double time. We got 4. We got 4.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Martin. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
They run, Martin. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. And you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Never make the mistake of this slot.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Got double tight. Double tight. Ready.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Saints, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.